Before we meet our studio panelists back there up close and personal, let's venture into their wild kingdom right now to find out exactly what a club kid is and does. Take a look.
Guys.
It's 10:30.
Let's get ready.
Oh my God, wait. Gotta get ready. Thank God I have my tights and my platforms on.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and bright. And I pity any girl who isn't me tonight. I feel charming, oh so charming. It's alarming how charming I feel. And so pretty that I hardly believe I'm free.
Club kids at play. Okay, now, Michael, tell us about the sex club. Like, let me just put it in context. In the old days, Studio 54, there was the basement, and you could go down there, and there was some relatively wild times, although not nearly as I understand the situation today to be. Why don't you just tell us?
I think in the mid-'80s, when AIDS first really made an impact, everybody totally stopped having sex and thought that was the end of sexuality forever. But then we learned about safe sex, and people just got tired of not having sex, and the hormones exploded, and everywhere people were sort of mating again. And the clubs are catering to that new feeling of sexuality.
How do they do that?
There are little back rooms in some clubs where stuff goes on, but allegedly they have monitors that, you know, watch over and make sure nothing unsafe happens, and they have bowls of condoms.
I don't know. You're saying there's a condom monitor in the back room?
Yes. Well, they make sure, you know, if something goes on below the waist that's not supposed to, they flash a flashlight on you, throw you out. You're humiliated. No lips below the hips. No lips below the hips, exactly.
Okay. You're the Webster Hall owner. Your name?
Steve Ballinger.
Steve, welcome to the program. Now, do you allow kind of free sex in the back room?
Sometimes I go in with a stick and try to break people apart. You know, we're from Canada, and we're a little prudish, but I'm learning.
And so it is a sanctioned activity at Webster Hall?
No, it's not a sanctioned activity.
It's not a banned activity. Now, be honest, come on.
I would say that I haven't seen active sex going on in Webster Hall yet,
Oh,
but we're only we're 3 weeks old, and no, I have not seen active sex in our...
Have you seen it, Michael?
No. And I've looked, believe me.
All right, so we're... So what club? You don't have to give the names, though.
I hate to keep slagging.
You're gonna build their business clientele.
Pick up the K. And then
what about the...
Takes out the drugs as well.
What about Special K and ecstasy and...
I don't know what Special K is, and I've never taken ecstasy.
Well, you're running a club sort of oblivious to what's going on the dance floor there, aren't you?
Did you see what's under my hat?
So is that a convenient lapse of memory?
Not oblivious. We're not oblivious, but, you know, I'm 3 weeks old. And we're from Canada.
Okay, I don't want to put the pressure on you. Now, I have heard, let me talk to, who's the youngest of you? Actually, Lila is the youngest. Now, I've heard, and you don't have to name any names, Lila, but I've heard that unprotected sex and the kind of a feeling of youthful invulnerability is taking over all this initial instinct to protect oneself against the deadly scourge of AIDS, for example.
You're asking the wrong girl. I'm totally
That's right, you are a
involved in
virgin. That's
sex.
why I'm asking you as a reporter. All right, who's going to answer? John Boy?
I totally blanked out. I missed the question.
How convenient. All right, I'm going to take a commercial break and slap him around and get someone to tell the truth. Come back in 2 minutes. We'll be right back. Club Kids 92, our focus, kind of gender-bending outrageousness, costumes. The owner of the new Webster Hall, which has received a great deal of publicity here in the Northeast, particularly in New York, said that he's unaware of the sexual activities and the drug, etc. Here are some neighbors of Webster Hall that have come, and I don't think that they're too happy with the latest addition to their neighborhood, are you?
Not really. I'd say, you know, we have nothing against all the kids. I mean, we think it's great. They're all colorful and they're having a good time. I think that's fine. I think we just feel that in this area, the residential area, it's a big problem for the people living there. Really, the sound, there's a sort of sonic boom coming off the dance system, and it's really making it impossible to live there. I mean, I have to go and stay with friends the nights they're open, and it's just destroying everyone's lives in the area. Really, the club more than, I think the kids are great, but...
Okay. What do you think?
I think we have a problem. We've seen more drugs coming back into the neighborhood where we've just spent a lot of years trying to get rid of it after the Ritz left. We see a lot more traffic back into the neighborhood with vehicular traffic, and I hear the music across the street. If they leave their doors open, I know what they're playing. And when their bass system goes, I feel the bass system. It feels like I'm in the middle of an earthquake. It becomes a problem.
What do you think?
I agree with my two neighbors here. We really suffer from, my whole apartment throbs all the time, and you get a little tired of it. I want to sleep again.
Especially. I'm sorry, let me come back here. What about is there garbage on the street, things like that?
We haven't noticed that so much. I mean, it's primarily the fact that you get a tremendous amount of noise from 9 at night until 5 in the morning. And for people who have to go and work the next morning, that's extremely disruptive. There's a lot of people with families and small children who live in the buildings adjacent to the club, and you know, nothing's being done to address our complaint, whereas half the week our lives are just almost destroyed by it.
Kenny, what do you think?
I think that that's unfortunate, but we have to make a living too, and the clubs have to open somewhere, and this is downtown Manhattan. You choose when you're going to live in Manhattan where you're going to live, exactly. And don't live in downtown Manhattan. This is the only place in the world where we
moved in, and you've also made no attempt to really soundproof it to the degree that we're not going to hear it.
I work at Webster Hall, but I think it's great that Webster Hall is giving these people jobs, and nowhere else in the world can these people get jobs. That's why they flux to New York City.
Yeah, we have no complaints with the kids. It's really the club. They made promises to us. Many of us, I've been there for 8 years. They promised us when they moved in that they would take care of the soundproofing, that they would look after the street. Basically, we just want them to do what they promised us. As far as you kids, we think that's great that you're doing it. We have no problems with you. It's really the owners of the club.
Well, let's get the owner. Come on, man. What are you... You making bad neighbors?
Yeah, I usually like to stay out of the controversy, but to inform New York and the world, Webster Hall has been sweeping our streets for 2 weeks now at between 7 and 9 in the morning. We do not have drugs and all that. We're there for fun, and we have been there since 1989, my brothers and I. Webster Hall was a building that was built in Bohemia in the late 1800s to cater to the old drag balls that they had that time.
Drag queens since then?
Well, yes, they do, apparently. Yes.